Joining us now, former spokesperson for the IDF and senior fellow at FDD, retired Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Conricus. Also with us, CNN military analyst and retired Air Force Colonel Cedric Leighton. Good to have you both on tonight. Jeremy with us as well. Lieutenant Colonel Conricus, as we, and I'm certain Israel, gauges potential Iranian retaliation, I just wanted to remind viewers of what Iran carried out in October last year when they fired multiple missiles, many dozens of missiles and drones at Israel. And even with Israel's formidable air defenses, some of those missiles got through. We were there, and here was that moment.
A deadly fireworks display over Tel Aviv. Goodness, there was an impact just to the left of us here.
And you're talking about Tel Aviv, Jim. We are looking at pictures right now. Oh, we are looking at pictures of Tel Aviv, what you're describing.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Okay, guys, we got to get off the roof. These are coming down right next to us here.
Please do, Jim. Please do.
They're coming down. One just about. We got to go inside.
Jim, please take cover.
Point being, some of the missiles could get through. And I wonder, one might expect Iran to fire more, attempt to overwhelm those defenses, fire them in groups, fire them while the air defense systems are reloading, etc. Does Israel have the capability to defend itself?
Yeah, well, hello, and happy to be here again. I think I'm not entirely in agreement with how you're reading the situation and how the previous speaker presented the situation, and I would like to offer my perspective on it. I think we're in a different situation. I think what Israel is doing is not something minor that will leave all of Iran's weapon systems intact and allow Iran to unleash firepower at Israel like they did twice in the past. I think Israel has learned a lot of lessons from the April and October events. And I think what Israel is doing now in the second and third and fourth wave of strikes in Iran is taking care, or at least trying to eliminate or significantly cripple Iran's capacity to retaliate against Israel with its vaunted ballistic missiles and drones. In addition to that, I think that what Israel, first things first, what Israel apparently is striking now, after having successfully eliminated a lot or significant key military figures in Iran, which is, I think, a tremendous achievement to catch so many Iranian seniors off guard. But what Israel is doing now is striking the nuclear facilities and people affiliated with the nuclear weapons program. So first things first, and that's happening now. And I am not entirely sure that we will see Iran having the capacity to retaliate as they did last time, because Israel will take preemptive measures against it and not wait for air defenses to be the only line of defense.
This is just into us just now. Iran's supreme leader says that Israel must expect severe punishment. That's the quote. Colonel Leighton, what could Iran's counterattack look like with this now warning?
Well, this could be very interesting. So when you look at, Laura, how the Iranians used to do these attacks, when you look at what happened in October of last year and the situation earlier that year before that, you have a situation where they have a lot of rockets, a lot of missiles, and of course the drones. So what I think it will look like now would be a massive drone attack if they can mount that kind of an attack. And Jonathan makes a very interesting point, because what he's basically saying is that the Israelis have been able to decimate the Iranian counterattack capability, or the Iranian attack capabilities. So that is going to really depend on how well the Israelis did that. The Iranian attack will look perhaps a bit different. I think it will be more concentrated on drones, and will use those if they can get them to Israeli airspace. So that's going to be one aspect. I don't think it will be completely devoid of missiles, but I think that they will be diminished in their capacity to respond to the Israeli attack. But of course, it remains to be seen. We may be surprised, because there always are surprises in these kinds of situations.
Lieutenant Colonel Conricus, the IDF Chief of Staff says that Israel is now calling up tens of thousands of reservists. An Israeli source telling CNN tonight, quote, "This is not a one-day attack. The targets include nuclear facilities, missile sites, senior leadership." Is this a decapitation attempt, a decapitation strike?
Yeah, so I think the key word here is contingencies. I assess that Israel has a very diverse bank of different targets: regime, national infrastructure, economic infrastructure, pure military, and of course nuclear. And Israel is focusing on first things first, that is the real ticking bomb, and Iran's sprint towards fielding a nuclear weapon and the people who are part of that program, and that is what Israel has been targeting first. I do not think that Israel is doing this size of an operation in order to stop short and only to do that. And I think that Israel will expand and address various different targets in Iran. Again, of course, depending on what Iran will do and how severely Iran will retaliate. Interesting to note that the supreme leader did not write in his tweet, or his people didn't write, that Iran declares war on Israel. He's speaking about a punishment, but the word war is not there. That may indicate that his people are telling him that we don't currently have the capacity to do so and therefore don't declare it, or for any other reason. But I think that Israel is ready with various targets at hand, and this is definitely not a short operation, but this will be something that will go on for the coming hours and probably even days.
Lieutenant Colonel Conricus, Colonel Cedric Leighton, thank you both so much.